Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a great trading day. Let's quickly revisit what we have discussed yesterday, and then we can jump into the action plan tomorrow. So we were talking about gap up opening. We were also talking about the gap down opening, and where we have to stay a little cautious, right? So if you have noticed, there is a slight gap up opening, and then market gave a quick run. And as discussed, if you have noticed, if you remember, or if you do not remember, I would request you all to go back to the previous day's video, that is yesterday's video, and then look at it. The market has touched these levels and then bounced back, right? That is exactly what has been discussed yesterday. So it has consistently maintained the higher high levels in every wave, right? It is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on. So it's been a very consistent bullish pattern throughout the day, right? So in fact, I also traded something similar, but yeah, any which ways, I was able to extract this much. I mean, in one of our accounts that we are trading, manually. It's not an automation trading, but I did a couple of re-entries here and there, and that is where I am. I mean, it is a decent profit if you ask me, for a day. With the limited capital on a trial account, right? So that said, let's look at what could be the action plan for next day, right? We'll switch to the 15 minutes candlestick pattern, and we will also look at the data. So here we are looking at the participant OI, right? So what has happened? The call longs have been added by FIA and Pro. This is a very significant number, and put longs have also been added. However, if you look at it, put short. So if the number is very close by, you can negate it or ignore this number. So this does not carry any significance. But if you look at it, call long is a very significant number. I mean, a significant number of open interests have been added for calls, right? Let's also look at what does the volume say. So it is also the similar number. So there is a significant participation in the call side on the buying front, right? Not on the selling front. Had it been a selling front, I mean, selling call selling, it's probably a different indication, right? So there's been a lot of bullish participation in the market by the major market participants who are FII and Pro, and that is very evident from these numbers, although they do not. They did not participate much in the futures front, but they did a lot of participation in the options. Okay, let's also look at the bow copy that I generally prepare every day, end of the day, and just to understand where do the market stand, and then plan for the next day. So these are the puts. These are the calls for the nearest 10 strike prices, so including one in the money and rest of the out of the money options, right? So what does this number indicate? In the minus, meaning there has been a significant reduction in the open interest in these levels. So the calls that were written earlier have been covered, as in they were exited. There is no open interest exit exists in this particular strike price, which is 24,750, meaning it is evident that there could probably be a bullish uh, you know bullish run in the market than bearish momentum, right? So this is the importance of reading the data. So I would request everybody to stay a little focused, and then try to triangulate data in as many ways as possible, so that you will be able to make a little sense instead of no sense, right? That is all about trading, as in being partially right is 100 times better than 100% wrong, right? So this is the mindset that you need to carry for trading intraday, and it can probably be okay if you take multiple legs. I mean, if you jump into a trade and then exit and then jump into another one and things like that, but as long as you're making money, you should know what you're doing, and it has to be a very planned activity, come what may. So there is some internet issue from my side. So let's look at what is the probability if it opens gap up. Before I tell you anything there, I want to tell you that I have added some lots on the put short side. So ideally, I'm carrying a bullish view in the market as just discussed, looking at the data. So this I was able to understand, or I was able to make out this particular pattern before the market closes. So that's the reason why I have taken a bullish position and carried it forward. So let's look at what will happen. If it is a gap up opening, I think then that's going to be a little tricky. Not really much tricky, but as long as the open range has been broken, and as long as you are able to see uh, a price action forming above the open range, you should not enter. It is as simple as that. And then if there is a neutral stand, I mean, if there is a neutral opening in the Nifty tomorrow, you might as well be expecting a little bullish overview. I mean, bullish run, bullish momentum, and then look at the price action as to what is that it is indicating while the European markets open around 12:30, and then make decisions appropriately. But if you look at the data on a near term or a near short term, bullish momentum is certainly there on the cuts. But on a condition, when I'm saying bullish momentum, it does not necessarily come into the picture right away. All right, so it might as well take another day or two to reflect in the candlestick pattern, right? But however, if you look at this candlestick pattern, every time or time and time again, it has formed bullish patterns in 3 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 1 hour candle. Testing all the previous levels indicates it is a bullish momentum in on the cards. I mean, in near short term, it can be probably 3 days to 5 trading days. All right. So the neutral is also clear, gap up is also clear, and what if it happens? It opens gap down, anything close to 24 657 or anything around these levels. I would request you all to just buy some calls or short some puts. Wait until this level, the previous day's closing, and then look for a price action as to what is price doing in this particular level, whether it is holding this level. And if the market is able to hold this level, go sideways for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then you can count on stop hunting on the downside and then go upside. So that is typically what will generally happen. All right, so I have closed my trading day with about 20K profit on one of the trail account that I maintain on a manual basis. All right, this is no automation involved. And I would request you one more time, please do subscribe the channel, share this video to your friends and peers who are actively trading Nifty. So if I am able to see that subscriber mark that I have already mentioned, I would be very glad to open a Q&A session, and then also show you a P&L for monthly, quarterly, and so on and so forth. Right. Thank you so much for staying tuned until this last moment. Have a great trading day tomorrow. That is 5th of August. Bye bye.